Hello. So for problem number 11 using Excel, the first thing you want to do is type in the data. And I already did that. Then we need the sample size, which there's 10 of them. We'll have to find the mean, the standard deviation. We know the confidence interval is 95 because that's what it says it's asking us right here. We need to find the margin of error, and then we can find the interval, which I have the answers written down here so we could see them. To find the mean, first of all, you want to click where you want your answer, and then click up here next to the function and put an equal sign. Now mean is average, so if you start to type average right here, and then notice it wants the numbers. So we highlight the numbers and hit enter. And there's our average. Standard deviation, you do the same thing. We want it here. We go up here and put our equal sign. Start to type standard deviation. Now the standard deviation is a sample, so we use the sample one. The P is for population. Notice again it wants the numbers. So we highlight the numbers and hit enter. Our confidence interval, they told us, was 95. Alpha is 1 minus your confidence interval. So 1 minus 0.95 is 0.05. To find, so that was just 1 minus 0.95. Margin of error, that's confidence interval, so we type confidence interval. Now, because sample size is small and it's a sample, we use the confidence interval, the T. So we'll double click on this one. And then it tells you what it needs. It needs alpha, 0.05, and then use a comma. It needs the standard deviation, which I can just click on that box. And then it needs the size. And you could type it comma and then 10, or you could click on where the 10 is. And then we close the parenthesis and hit enter. This is our margin of error. So then our lower value, put equals our mean minus the margin of error, and our upper value, put our equal sign, the mean plus the margin of error. And so this is what our values range from 97.34, see what we have here, and 99.18. And so this is how you would do it using Excel. Now if you want to use the TI-84 or 83, I have an 83. The first thing you do is enter the data. To enter this data, we go to Stats, this button here, and the first one is to edit it. And you would enter all your data, which I already did. I entered them all. And then second and quit. Then we go back in, Stat, go over to Tests. And this has all the tests you'll use in the next chapter. But for the confidence interval, the first one is a Z, but we want the T test. So you go down to number 8, T interval, and hit enter. And then you want, instead of stats, because like for the earlier problems you could use stats, and you type in your mean and standard deviation. But since we're going from data, we go over to data and highlight it. I put it in the first list, so it's list 1. I always leave the frequency the same, a 1. And then the confidence level was 95, so 0.95. And then we hit calculate. It takes a second. And there's our confidence interval, 97.34, 99.18. And so you can do it either way, it's up to you.